Welcome to The Real with Joseph Labman. I am Joseph Labman. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Real, taking time out of your day to come watch this episode. I really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe for me. I'd really appreciate that as well. That's the best way you can support this channel and help me grow my content and grow this channel to where I'd like it to be. Everybody hit the like button for me on the way in on this video today. That also helps promote this video more in the algorithms, helps grow this channel more as well. Please share this content. I would really appreciate that. My guests would as well. If you would please share this episode with someone you know that maybe is interested in the topic we're talking about today. Please leave a comment below as well. We'd love to hear your guys' feedback. You can interact with myself and the guest on the panel and the live chat as well. Whatever we're talking about, just leave a comment there in the live chat. Pop in and say hello. We'll put it on the screen for you. And yeah, without further ado, let's get to the show. Welcome back to The Real with Joseph Labman. I am Joseph Labman. Hope you guys having a great Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, not a lot of not a lot of happiness today for Cavs fans, that's for sure. But before I get into it, if you're new here, like I said, please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. Just a little simple tap of the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the like button, and it really helps us go a long way. We really appreciate your guys' support and help. And yeah, let's get into it because I'm really looking forward to it today. Shout out my man Mike Antonace. Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for joining the stream, like always, like Mike said. And yeah, let's get into this Cavs loss yesterday as the Cavs fall to the Indiana Pacers 121-112 at home. Darius Garland did not play. That was something TuneIn Sports and I we were really concerned about previewing this game on Saturday and the series rather, previewing the series, particularly this game one. His health was really unknown. So I'm going to break down the film today of some of the things I saw that went wrong. I went back and rewatched it this morning. And when I rewatched it this morning, the defensive breakdowns the Cavs had yesterday was very glaring. And I don't want to say I'm sitting here saying it's, the series is over, we can't win or overreact or anything like that. What I'm simply saying, though, when I watch the film back this morning, that the defensive breakdowns were a little concerning because some of it was basic stuff that the Cavs were just not executing. And simple things like communication, simple things like rotating. I'm gonna get into some of how they're defending the screen rolls. I think the Cavs are a little too switch happy. Like some of the stuff they really don't have to switch, but they still switch. And when you have a point guard like Tyrese Halliburton, who's 6'5", we got a listed here, 6'5", 185. Yeah, I mean one of the best. I gotta say too, watching Halliburton play, he is one of the best playmakers in the entire basketball. I mean, in all basketball, he is one of the best playmakers I've seen in a long time. I mean, this guy can really sit, and just the way he penetrates and dissects a defense, it's like watching a quarterback just sit back and just shred a defense. You know what I mean? It was like watching watching Joe Burrow sit back in the pocket when he's got time and just sit there and just shredding defenses. Just one boom, 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 completion after another. Tyrese Halliburton yesterday, 22 points, 13 assists, was 9 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. Pascal Siakam, the leading scorer, was 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Neesmith, 17 points, was 4 of 6 from three. Miles Turner, 13 points, 11 rebounds. And then Nembhard, whatever you say his name, 23 points, 5 of 6 from three. So, yesterday for the Pacers, they had a great day shooting the ball from three, 19 of 36, 52% from three. That's pretty damn good. Obviously, usually 40% is pretty good, but they shot 52% from three. I don't know if they'll shoot 52% from three the rest of the series. However, I feel like the Cavs didn't really help out with that. These are NBA players. You can say, okay, you can look at their percentages from the whole season and say, well, they're not the greatest 3-point shooting team. I think the Pacers are 9th in 3-point shooting this year. But they shot the ball 83 times yesterday. 66 of those 83 shots were uncontested. That's not good. I mean, so almost 80% of the shots or more, whatever you guys do the math, were uncontested. That's not good. And for the Cavs, they shot the ball 98 times. So the Cavs had 15 more shots than the Pacers, and they only made 49. Pacers made 66. Or no, excuse me. I got my math wrong. The Cavs shot the ball 98 times, 15 more attempts than the Pacers, who shot the ball 83 times. 49 of the Cavs' 98 shots were uncontested. So the Pacers, in my opinion, did a much better job just overall executing on both ends of the floor. The Cavs simply did not execute. And I think the Cavs also, with the smaller lineups, when you run the 3-guard lineups like Kenny Atkinson likes to do, against a team like the Pacers, this is a bad matchup for the Cavs defense. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like this matchup for them. And I'm going to get into it here. So at the stats for the Cavs, though, well, in terms of the rebounding team-wise was even. Pacers 30 assists, Cavs 25. Cavs won the turnover battle too. So, I always look the two stats I always look at the most is rebounds and turnovers. And the Cavs won the turnover battle, and the rebounds were even. Cavs actually had 13 offensive rebounds, which is pretty good. If you were to look at that before the game, you'd say, man, I think the Cavs might have won. But the Cavs also 72% from the free throw line. Could be a little better there. That's 5 points right there. You add to that, it's 117. And I think if they could shoot, if they just execute better offensively, some of their shot selection just in that second half, especially in the fourth quarter, was not good at all. Some of it was just borderline atrocious. I'll be honest. The Max Strus jacking up the three in the transition, or it was a Ty Jerome and Max Strus both did it. Trying to just the Cavs at times just live and die by the three too much. Evan Mobley shot that three late in the game. That was when it was still in the game, and it was like, why are you shooting that shot? Even Greg Anthony, who was calling the game, was like, that's a bad shot. I just thought the Cavs just stayed defensively and offensively. Their execution and the game plan from Kenny Atkinson. I got to give Kenny Atkinson some blame here. I mean, the execution, the game planning was not good. And, I listened to Kenny Atkinson's post-game press conference. He even said the shot selection was very average. And he's kind of questioning whether or not he had his team prepared properly or not. Did they scrimmage enough? And that's another problem that the Cavs did not practice for 2 months. If you remember, that basically for 2 months, they did not practice in the middle of the season. And I get you're traveling in the middle of the season, you need your rest, but you have to practice. And when you don't practice, when you're a team that does not practice and you almost play it's almost like AAU style, stuff like yesterday happens. The Cavs looked like a team yesterday, honestly, when you watch the film, and I'm going to break it down for you guys. When you guys watch this film back defensively, great teams are always communicating. Bad teams play in silence. The Cavs yesterday, defensively, the way they looked, the way they were communicating, lack of communication, A, looked like a bad team, and two, looked like a team that had not practiced and it was not prepared. And that falls back on the coach. And I love Kenny Atkinson, but I got to call like I see it. I mean, here we are. Excuse me. Here we are where it matters most. And we're having just absolutely just complete breakdowns like this. And, I listened to some of the guys after the game talking about, well, we just need to make we like the looks we had. We thought we had good looks. Donovan Mitchell said after the game, he thought they took good shots. And I'm just sorry. Well, the coach said otherwise. And I think some of the shots they took were not good shots. You can't just live and die by the three. You can't just chalk it up as, well, they made more threes than us tonight, and we'll shoot the ball better next game, hopefully better than they will. That's an analytical mindset. That's an AAU style approach. That's not going to win the series. I'm just telling you, if the Cavs think that they just need to shoot the ball better from three and take the type of shots they were taking yesterday, they will lose the series. Because it's not a winning style of basketball. They will shoot themselves out of this series. And so I'm gonna break down the film now. Let's get into it. So here we go. This is from yesterday. Let's see. Let me get this set up for you guys. So here we go. Class is in session. All right. Class is in session. Tune In Sports. Shout out my man Tune In Sports. Go subscribe to him. He said when I do these breakdowns, it's like class is in session. And so you know what I want in my classroom too? I want a little music, a little background music. Why not? Just low volume. There we go. A little background, a little low volume music. All right, so let's get into this. Here we are. You see the starting lineups for the Cavs. You got Donovan Mitchell. You got Sam Merrill, Max Strus. Going against their backcourt, which is Halliburton at 6'5", Nembhard, who how tall is Nembhard? No, I don't want to listen to Jay Williams talk. I'm on my ESPN app here. I don't know these guys exact. I'm just trying to get the size difference for you guys. So Nembhard, where is he? Nembhard, 6'4". So 6'5", 6'4", and then you got Neesmith, who's 6'6". So they're a lot bigger than us. And that's something I said going into the series, that their front court, they got two bigger guys that match up with ours. But their back court, their back three, that's where I see a lot of concern. And that's been my concern all season, even with Darius Garland healthy. is the smaller guard with the Max Strus, who's only I think Max Strus is only what 6'4", 6'5". He's a shooting guard to me. And so right off the bat, when I look at these lineups, I'm saying, okay, defensively we better be on our A game because I don't know out of these three guys right here, out of Strus, Merrill, Mitchell, I don't like any of them on Tyrese Halliburton. Because I feel like Tyrese Halliburton, and when I break this down, the reason why I explain this to you guys before I break this down is because Tyrese Halliburton, he's the head of the snake. He's the point guard. He's the quarterback of the offense, right? He's You have to have all pressure on him at the point of attack. Point of attack is at the top of the key. When he brings the ball up the court, you want to put as much pressure on him. You want your best defender on him because you want to get the ball out of his hand. When he has the ball in his hands, he's able to do what he did yesterday, which is get the switches he wanted, whatever he wanted, and sit there and just kind of shred our defense basically. And either he'll take our big off the dribble, he'll pull up for a little mid range, or he'll make the right play. And when our rotations are bad, like they were yesterday, guys are wide open for three. And again, you let any NBA team, these are NBA guys, you let any of these NBA teams, especially nowadays, have as many open looks as they had yesterday. Again, 66 of their 83 shots yesterday were contested. A lot of those, I think, how many threes did they shoot? I think 35 or 36. So they made, I think, 19 of them yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 19 out of 36. So I bet you a lot of those 19 makes from three were uncontested, and they were because I saw it on the film here. But you can see yesterday the energy in the stadium was rocking. It was a great atmosphere. And so let's take a look at this here, some of this film. 'Cause I was so anxious to get up here today and break it down because some of the stuff I saw yesterday, I was just kind of like, oh man. Then watching it back again today. So here we go. Pacers win the tip. Um, and right out the bat, you can see the Cavs put Max Strus on uh, Tyrese Halliburton. It's right there. Mobley right out the bat gets a nice little mid range, or not mid range, gets the ball down on the block. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm gonna give you one of my keys that I think they need to do more of. I think Evan Mobley should have got more attempts down on the block yesterday. He did. He shot the ball really well yesterday. I think yesterday for the game he was 9 of 13, very efficient. 9 of 13. He only got 13 shots. Donovan got 30 shots. Evan got 13, and he still had 20 points and 10. I'm be honest with you guys. Again, right out the bat, my first key that I've saved my keys for later on after I break this down. But my first key is Evan needs the ball more down on the block. He needs more touches. They cannot stop him. He did whatever he wanted yesterday, especially down on that block, and he did it right at the first basket of the game. He did it. I just don't understand why we just want to sit and jack up a bunch of threes and play, in my opinion, not good smart basketball and not throw it down on the block when they couldn't stop the guy. He had 20 and 10 yesterday. He should have had Evan Mobley yesterday should have had at least 30 points. At least 30 points. I'm gonna repeat that again. Evan Mobley should have had at least 30 points yesterday. They should have gave him the ball more. Should have got more touch, especially down on the block. They could not stop him. You can see right here, nice little jump hook in the middle of the paint, fade away, beautiful. And so here we go. Sam Merrill now switched on to Halliburton, Nesmith, and a nice drive. So I got my notes here, guys. So if you see me go like this, look down at the time here because I have my notes. Now this first play, this is the first one that stood out to me when I'm watching this back. Okay, nice drive there by Nesmith. We can live with that. Right here, as you can see, the Pacers love to play early offense. They love to push the ball up the floor with a lot. You hear a lot of talk today about their pace, right? So how do you guard it? Well, the Cavs right here, Max Strus is already back. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're back. We're back. We're matched up. You got Allen on Turner. You got Mobley on Siakam. And then Donovan Mitchell is going up, is guarding. I believe this is Nemhard here. And so right here, you can see out the bat, they're going in the early offense. Pascal Siakam's going to come up and set a screen, a high screen at half court. And the Cavs, one of my critiques, and I'm going to get into this as this goes on, they switch way too much. Like, times you don't need to switch. I don't understand why Donovan Mitchell couldn't have fought over the screen here, but he didn't. I don't know if he didn't see it coming. Did Evan Mobley call out the screen? Again, the Pacers really put the Cavs in a blender yesterday. And right here, right out the bat, you get the switch you already want. So here we go. Nembhard's got the ball. He's got Mobley on him now. But watch Pascal Siakam. Look at Miles Turner go up here. Now he's going to come up and screen, basically, it was almost like a little, you see his hand right there on the hip of Donovan Mitchell, and Siakam's just going to come right here. And Jared Allen's just stuck watching the ball, standing straight up like a statue, not down in defensive stance. There's no communication right out the bat. And Siakam's just going to sneak right back door. And the communication's not good. I mean, I don't know what Jared Allen's doing here. That Donovan should be shouting to Allen, "Hey, get Siakam. Put your foot right here in the middle, in the nail." And Donovan should be turning around guarding this gentleman right here. But that doesn't happen. He just sneaks right back door, too late, easy bucket. And they got the switch they wanted right out the bat. And so Donovan gets going early. And so my next defensive breakdown here. And so let's break this down. This play right here. And so this play here, it looks like they set a screen for, not a down screen. They set a screen. So Neesmith's going to go screen for Halliburton. It's almost like a staggered screen. Like I said, it looks like Pascal's screen on Donovan too. So again, Max Strus is guarding Tyrese Halliburton. And what they do here is they're really good at, they identified our weakness. You guys want to run 3 guards out there. We're going to get the switches we want on our bigs. We're going to get Pascal Siakam going early. And you can see here, it looks like a staggered screen up top. And Max Strus, the Cavs do not defend these screens well. They look like they didn't communicate well in this one. Donovan Mitchell, a lot of these screens had his back to the ball. You could see here, Tyrese Halliburton's going to come take the dribble handoff, and they're going to get the switch. The Cavs switch everything, switch everything. And Evan Mobley's going to get put on Halliburton, but it's going to force Siakam to be guarded by really nobody here. I mean, again, bad communication. Jared Allen twice now in these pick and rolls, or these screens. Not a pick and roll, but on these screens here, Jared Allen's just standing there. There's no communication, you can tell. And Max Strus, I guess, should have been the one there guarding him. But again, nice play here by the Pacers. They put the Cavs in a blender. They did this a lot yesterday. The Cavs did not do a good enough job guarding these screens and talking and communicating the switches, fighting through the screens. And now you got Pascal Siakam, a wide open 3. You got him going early now. 5 points off the bat. Nice and one here from Donovan. And so here we go. The next play here. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, and that's the matchup they want. And this is what you don't want Tyrese Halliburton doing. And when I watch this play, there's 16 seconds on the shot clock when it starts. And I'm just curious, how did Evan get put on Tyrese Halliburton? How did this happen? And I think this is the problem. I'm assuming the Pacers, how fast they push the ball. Again, this is 16 seconds on the shot clock, and you see how fast they push the ball. And I see in the chat, I'll get to your comments here in a little bit, my brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. But you can see here, why is Evan guarding Tyrese Halliburton? It's almost like the Cavs, because the Pacers push the ball so fast up the court, it forces the Cavs to just have to match up with whoever just to get a body on a body, right? But you're not matching up properly. And so here we are. Now we got our big guarding their point guard. That's not ideal, especially a guy like Halliburton who's 6'5", and how smooth he is. And they do the right thing. I mean, obviously, Mobley's the better defender here on the perimeter. They're going to go right at Jared Allen. They went at Jared Allen all night with this matchup. And here it goes right here. Oops, excuse me. Here they go right here. They get the switch they want, and now it's time for Halliburton to dance. And this is where Halliburton's dangerous. He's one of the best playmakers in all of the NBA because he can break you down. He can get to a spot here in the mid-range. He can take it all the way. Or if a lot of these Cavs players, look at their backs right now. I mean, Donovan is kind of out of position here. I mean, I know he's supposed to go to the nail, but I think I need that back foot needs to be a little more in so we can see him, the ball, and your man. If Halliburton drives here, he really probably could have drew Donovan and kicked it out for Neesmith for an open 3. Just a chain reaction. But he takes a step back. Money, that's what he does. And I like this player from the Cavs. This is what I want to see more from the Cavs. The Pacers want to do it too. They want to run early offense and run high pace. I think the Cavs, especially early on in the game, can do this a lot more. When Donovan's got the ball in his hands going downhill, run more of this early offense. You can see here, Jared Allen right out the bat, 19 seconds on the shot clock. This is early offense, already coming up to set the screen. and Donovan gets the switch you want. You got the shot blocker on him now, so once you get past 10, there's nobody at the rim, and Donovan takes it right to the basket. Good early offense there for the Cavs. They need to do more of that, and more of attacking the basket, not just, sit there and shoot the ball around the lot 100 times from three, around the court rather. Let's see here. So this next player, this next defensive breakdown, this is a miscue here. Let's take a watch. Again, who's guarding Halliburton? So that they push the ball. Look at this, 20 seconds on the. They got the ball up the court in 4 seconds, and you can see here the Cavs. They were not ready for this pace. They looked kind of out of it a little bit. They looked like a team that hadn't played basketball in a week, or maybe didn't even practice, like I mentioned earlier. And you can see here they're not matched up, and nobody's guarding Tyrese Halliburton. You got Mitchell's back here, I guess, picking up the guy trailing. I don't know who Jared Allen's guarding. He's just standing there. Jared Allen, 3 plays now, has just been caught standing around, not guarding anybody. And you got Halliburton just steps right into a wide open 3. Again, I said yesterday, at 66 of their 83 shots were uncontested. They hit 19 threes for 50-something%, 54%, I think it was. It's a lot because of this. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton off the dribble is not, when you could test his threes. The last series against the Bucks, he shot, I think, 20. I wrote it down when I was on the tune-in. He shot 26% from 3 the last series against the Milwaukee Bucks. But if you give an NBA player this many open looks and don't contest it because you didn't get back on defense and you're not, not communicating properly, this is what happens. I mean, look at this. We got Donovan's guarding Pascal Siakam. That should never happen. Okay, Evans on Turner, but it should be, you got to get back. Get back. You cannot just guard whoever. You don't have the personnel out there. When you have 3 small guards out there, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guards out there against 6'4", 6'6", 6'9", 6'10", 6'5", and they push the pace, this is a problem. And this is something the Cavs have to adjust. And I'm going to share the adjustment I think they need to make, just a simple, fundamentally team thing. They need, from a team standpoint, they need to change in a little bit on another play. But again, you don't get back. This is what happens. Wide open 3. So here we go here. Money Merrill, nice shot. Let's see, my next one's at 3:21. Okay. And so you notice what the Cavs do here. Now, this is a beautiful play right here. I love this. I love how the inbounder just stepped back in the play. This is where the Cavs are at their best, when they move the ball. And one of the things when I watched the film yesterday, guys, the ball movement was just not there like it used to be. And Kenny Atkinson said after the game he thought the ball was not moving like he wants it to. It did not. It looked like an old JB team. I'll be honest with you guys. It looked like the team from the last 2 years yesterday at times, where the ball was stagnant, too much one-on-one, trying to jack up threes that were contested, not good looks. This play here, though, this is what the Cavs are at their best, moving the ball. Guys getting in position to be a playmaker or a scorer. He can catch this here, and he can probably have to score too, but nobody's there. But if they come down, the Cavs, they always have, when they're at their best, is moving the ball, guys cutting away from the ball, or cutting towards the basket, where the where the open lane is. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's what Jared Allen does here, where the Cavs are at their best when they're moving the ball and cutting towards the basket. And you can see that here. Nice play. Beautiful basketball. And this next one, let's take a look here. I like Strus to get out there a little bit. I mean, I know McConnell, I don't know what he shoots from 3, but if I'm Strus, I want to be a little more out there. I got to be a little aggressive a little bit. I got to at least let him know I'm there. If you got, just stick that foot on the baseline if he tries to go that way, and you can push him back that way towards the help. And you got Jared Allen at the back end anyways. So I don't know if I like giving that up there. Again, that's kind of, to me, a little too soft defense there. And in some ways, it's just an easy 3 for them. I mean, he had time to just sit there and tie a shoe and say hello to everybody in the front row, and then, make sure his hands are dry. And then he shot the ball and stepped right into it. It's an NBA player. You can't give him that kind of an open look. But here's what I want the Cavs to do more of. Instead of trying to force threes and shoot the ball 100 times a game. I want to see them do more of this. Get the ball in the paint on the block, and you can see here they got the matchup. You got DeAndre Hunter in the game, who's 6'8", 6'9". He's being guarded by a 6'4" guy. And what do? You give him the damn ball down on the block. That's exactly what he does. We'll take this all day long, baby. Pump fake, beautiful step. Ooh, man. Woo. I want more of that. We need more of this. Get the ball. You got guys like, you're going to get these matchups. If Indiana wants to switch, and that's exactly what they did here too. Look, Pascal Siakam was being guarded by DeAndre Hunter. They switched. Siakam's now guarding Jerome. They got the matchup down low. This is beautiful. You can call it old school basketball. You want all these new heads, all these analytical people. It's smart basketball. It's winning basketball. It's what good teams do. And the Cavs finally did it here. And I wish they'd do more of this. Get the ball in the paint. That's all day. All day. And Hunter's shown the ability to have that post-up game at times when we actually let him do it. He's got a nice mid-range. Get him the ball down in the paint more. Let him be effective. Like I said earlier, I think they should have got Evan more touches down low. He was automatic yesterday. They could not stop him, especially in that fourth quarter, in that third and fourth quarter. When Evan got the ball in the paint, he was automatic, but we didn't give him as much touches. He only got 13 shots. And again, early offense here. You can see the Cavs are trying to get back. Look at this. They got the ball across half court in 2 seconds. McConnell's foot. The ball's already crossed half. Here's the half court line. The ball's already across half court. And this is what they do. They get the ball to the corner, and then they're going to let guys just run the lanes. That's exactly what they do here, because the Cavs are not getting back. Evan Mobley's back in the right position, so we have a guy back. We got Jerome back, but I don't know what the communication was here. And Dean Wade, listen, Dean Wade's a nice player. He could shoot the three. He's got size. But oh my gosh, that guy defensively is a liability. Whenever Tyrese Halliburton saw Dean Wade yesterday, it was like his eyes lit up. Like it was the light turned green, and he was in a Camaro, and he just stepped on the pedal, and it was just gone. I mean, this guy, I don't know, what are we doing here? Like, come on. Let's take a look. He's just way out of position. And that, they're going to cut. That's what they do. Didn't get back, didn't communicate, don't have her feet set. Again, looks like a team that hasn't practiced, really. Unbelievable. And there's a lot of more of those. You just wait. There's more coming. Good defense there from Dean Wade, though. I'll give him that. That's just a tough shot. Shake his hand. This here. If you're Evan Mobley, you can't get pushed. You got to be stronger, dog. And really, you want to plant that right foot. You don't pivot off to the left when you're doing a dribble handoff. Not in this position. You plant your right foot down just for this reason, so you don't get pushed. He's on his back foot, and you can see his body weight's backwards. He needs to plant that right foot, be aggressive, and hand the ball off. Because then now you can open up. You use that outside foot to open up and hand the ball off. And it creates the angle for Donovan possibly to hit the basket. But they run right into each other. And again, the execution from the Cavs yesterday just kind of lackadaisical at times. Right here. We're just walking in the paint. Wide open. Nobody's out there. I don't understand what. Okay, so he's in the paint. Mobley's got to come over now. So Hunter has to go down, obviously. But I just don't. Right here, Hunter should turn and he should be hauling ass back out to the 3-point line. Evan's behind. Evan Mobley should be telling him, I'm behind you. I got you. I got ball. He should be turning around and sprinting towards the and chopping his feet when he gets there. Again, another thing the Cavs just did too, their contests are terrible. I mean, it's like they just, when they're, especially on the baseline, on the baseline here on the side, when they run towards this way, towards the crowd and go to contest, they just, expect somebody to land in the crowd. It's not just their problem. I see it all across the league now. the team, these guys, they don't really contest properly anymore. What I was taught, and like how you're supposed to when you get out to the defender, you chop your feet and put your hand up and contest the shot. Beast Girl, shout out to you, brother. He said, salute Joseph. Hope the Cavs are watching film and making major adjustments because the Indiana team is hungry for real. Yes, they are. He said, J.A. got got killed. Kenny has to make adjustments. Yes, he does. Shout out to you both, Beast Grills and Humble. Appreciate both you guys. He said they play like it was game 1. They play like it was game 7. Yeah. And that's a problem. Just from the intensity standpoint. But the preparation and preparedness. But I've already got into some of that. I'll get into more of that in a little bit. But again, right here, why are you? I don't understand why are we our contest? When we run towards the shooter, we just fly in the air, and it's like they just sit there like, duh, we know you're going to fly right by us, and it's basically an uncontested 3. But I don't know. Back to this play here. I can see, as you guys can tell, I'm pretty. There's a lot from yesterday defensively, and I'm still in the first quarter. That's how bad this has been. That it's just unbelievable. Okay, so again, wide open 3, money. All right, we'll skip through that. And so let's take a look here. Let me readjust my notes. All right, so my next play I got for you guys is an offensive play. Nice job there by Okoro, getting the offensive rebound. That's what he needs to do more of. And so again, right here, I like this offense from the Cavs. This is a simple high screen and roll. You got Mobley in the paint. Dean Wade should be cutting back door right here. That should have been a hockey assist for Dean Wade. Dean Wade, I know you're a shooter, but in this position right here, it's a 2-on-1 between you and Strus. You got McConnell on you. Hit the basket there. That should be a lob. But Mobley does a nice job. And again, this is why I think Mobley should have got the ball more in the paint yesterday, because they could not stop him in the paint. He got the switch on him, little guy, back him down. Beautiful. My next play, and again, remember what I said earlier defensively about we'll watch this here. I got Evan back inside. Couldn't stop him. Now this play right here. Okay. So let's look at this lineup. We got there's 10 seconds on the shot clock. We got Donovan on McConnell. We got Strus on who is that? The dude off the bench. What's his name? Matherin, who's a pretty good player. And then we got Nembhard out there again, being guarded by Okoro. So you got Donovan, Strus, Okoro, Mobley, Dean Wade. And let's take a look here. So we switch this again. What, Donovan? You got to fight through the screen, bro. I don't get this whole switch everything in the NBA, because they act like it's a smart thing to do because we want to take away the 3. Well, McConnell is let's take a look at TJ McConnell. Let me look at his stats. TJ McConnell is a 9 points per game scorer, 51%, so he shoots a high percentage. He shot 30% from 3 this year. 30. Let me repeat. He shot 30% from 3 this year. He doesn't even average an attempt a game. And we're switching on McConnell. Why? I just don't understand it. You gotta fight through the screen. And when people say the Cavs need to be more physical, this is where they need to be more physical, in my opinion. You gotta fight through that screen. Kobe Bryant talked about this one time in his details. If you guys go watch his stuff, the detail stuff he did on ESPN, he always used to talk about fighting over screens. It's like a piece of paper going through a hole, being slided through like a slot. You got to use your body. Imagine your body as a piece of paper. You're sliding around the defender, and you get back in front of him. And this guy here Mobley has to talk and communicate, and then bump and hedge this, and then go back, or not hedge, but just hold him for 1 second, right? Put your foot down for 1 second. Don't give him direct line of the basket. He's got to get over that screen and get back to guard him, and then he goes back to him. Mobley goes back to Siakam. Simple. It's very simple. And people that play basketball, we do this at the high school level. We used to do this drill every day. I remember in high school when I played freshman ball, we did this drill. When I played middle school ball, we used to go through this drill. I mean, it's simple, but we want to switch everything. And Donovan's just getting bullied here. You got to be a little tougher. You cannot. And why? You got a guy who doesn't even barely shoot the three, and McConnell, 30% from the field, and barely averages an attempt a game. So you got, again, look at the scattering report, and we're switching. And what do? Oh, duh, we're going to go right to Siakam in the paint. That's easy money. And he gets fouled. I just don't understand this whole switch everything bullshit. I don't get it. And again, you watched the film yesterday. If the Cavs keep doing this stuff and just switching for no reason, there was no reason to switch there. None at all. Again, play the percentage. Look at, if you want to use analytics, the analytics say you shouldn't be switching on McConnell. He's not worth switching on. All you got to do is just have Mobley, like I said, take away his direct line for a second, hold for a second, have Mitchell get back over the screen, and you got to fight through the screen. And if they foul you, they call moving screen. It's a turnover for them. But we just allow them to do whatever they want. And I thought Mitchell did a better job yesterday of playing on-ball defense, but his defense in the screen and roll is not good. I'm just telling you right now, it is not good when you watch it on tape. And so here they go again, pushing the ball. Cavs aren't back. And then, again, I mentioned earlier, how do you defend this, a team that plays against pace? And I said I have an adjustment from a team standpoint the Cavs need to make. So let's watch this here, right? Donovan Mitchell's standing there. He's on the weak side. Ball's on this side of the rim. This is considered the strong side. Opposite side of the ball is the weak side, right? Both him and Strus, really. But Donovan's just standing here. Watch Donovan. Jogging back. Here's a simple thing. If you want to take away teams that play with high pace, something you can do, as soon as this shot goes up, right now, he's going to shoot the ball. Donovan should be turning on whoever's on the weak side, which is opposite of the ball. As soon as the shot goes up, whoever's back here on the back, basically who's ever out on the wing, furthest away from the rim, and on the weak side, as soon as the shot goes up, turn around and sprint back. And when you sprint back, get middle of the floor and start calling out communications. It's a simple little fundamental adjustment they can make. If I'm Kenny Axe, I'm saying, well, as soon as we shoot the ball, as soon as the shot goes up, whoever's on the weak side, just turn around and sprint the fuck back. Just sprint back. You got to take away. They're at their best when they're pushing the pace, and when you have, and against you, in particular, as the Cavs, when you have smaller personnel on the perimeter, and that's their bread and butter is pushing the pace, you got to get back. You can live with getting up a couple. I know you want to try to get offensive rebounds, maybe have guys crashing, but you got to stop them at what they do best first. And that's as soon as, again, right here, Donovan should be turning and already sprinting back. As soon as the shot goes up, weak side, if you're opposite of the ball, sprint the puck back. Take away that. That's how you take away that transition, take away that pace, how you slow them down in the pace. You have to get back. You have to communicate. You have to match up properly. And so I think that's something the Cavs are going to have to do going into game two. If I'm Kenny Atkinson, the first thing I'm doing today when I walk in there defensively, out of the many adjustments I need to make, first thing I'm saying is as soon as we shoot the ball on offense, whoever's weak side, turn around and sprint back. And you got to communicate, talk. Bad teams play in silence. Good teams, they're always talking, they're always communicating. But again, they don't do that, and nobody's back, and they just push the ball and outrun us. Again, you're not gonna win games playing like this. I mean, they had, how many points did they have yesterday in transition? If I look at those team stats from yesterday, fast break points, they had 15, we had 14. So I'd say 15 of those fast break points, a lot of them looked like that. Just not getting back. That's 15 points. Now we do it to them, and that's great. They got to make adjustments too. We push the ball, but again, as fast. It's not even about just fast break and how much points they made. They play with such high pace. You have to get back. You have to communicate. You have to match up better. I mean, a lot of our matchups, like I've showed so far in this film breakdown, we got guys that should be. We had at one point Mitchell was matched up on Siakam because we got back too slow. We just had, and he had to put a body on him, so that's who he had to guard. We don't want that, obviously. And so that's not a good matchup for us. Love that. I like that there from Ty Jerome. And you see here when the Cavs go on this run here at the end of the half, look what they start doing, attacking the paint. When the Cavs were attacking the paint yesterday, going downhill, our guards, they could not stop us. And we threw the ball inside Evan Mobley. He was automatic on the block. Let's take a look at this one here. So again, they got the switch they want. You got Halliburton on Allen because we switch everything. We don't try to fight through screens. Let's just switch everything. And 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And Halliburton, this is where he's most dangerous. When he's got the switch he wants, he can go right to the basket. I mean, look at all the space he's got over here. If he wants to just go right by him, he's 6'5", so he's a bigger guard. He's very skilled. But this is what he does. He penetrates, makes moves, makes the defense adjust. Max Strus, this happened a lot yesterday with the Cavs. Watch Strus here. I don't understand. He's way too far down to the paint. He's got a foot in the paint. You got a shooter out here, and I think that's Neesmith. He's looking to go right. He goes back middle. He's too far in the paint. His foot should have been right here. If he's right here, now he can get out there and contest the time. Hell, he might even steal the ball. But he needs to be right here. I know you're supposed to be on the nail, Strus, but you need to be more up. But again, the Cavs did this a lot yesterday. Guys are just not. Look how he's standing up straight, though. They just look, again, they look like a team that hasn't practiced. And you go back to the middle of the season, like I said, they didn't practice for basically that 2-month span. They didn't practice. And then Kenny Atkinson sitting there after the game yesterday saying, maybe we should have scrimmaged more or practiced more. I get you're trying to rest. I get all this analytical stuff and all this, but you got to practice. We look like a team that did not practice yesterday. Like, he's standing straight up, Strus. He needs to be down in a defensive stance. If he was, he would be in the right position right now, and we won't give up. This is a wide open three. 66 of their 83 shots yesterday were uncontested. This is why a lot of this. Bam. And people look at their percentages and I hear people today saying, well, Indiana's not going to shoot that from three. Well, excuse me, but if you actually watch the film and break it down, no basketball, they weren't just making heroic threes yesterday. They were making wide open practice threes. Like, this is a routine. This is something, when you go to the game, you guys ever been to the basketball games and you watch them, you go watch the guys warm up with like 90 minutes to go. They're out there in the court in their t-shirt and shorts going through shoot around. This is like a shoot around shot right here. He steps right into it. This is like a practice shot. He's an NBA player. And Neesmith's a hell of a shooter. So he's probably the best shooter on the team, one of them, if not the best. That's what he was coming out of college. And so, or is that Benedict? Whoever it is, again, they got shooters. And this is like a routine shot. So we can't just say, well, we're going to make more threes than they will the next game, and they won't shoot like that. There's a reason why they shot the way they shot the ball yesterday. It's because our defensive rotations, our communication, everything was absolute shit. So if you keep playing like that and have that mentality, you're going to lose. Guarantee it. Nice job there by the Cavs. See, I like when the Cavs just execute. Now, they got them stuck here in the double. Let's see here. Yeah, Halliburton, Hedges, both of them basically trapped Jerome, and Max Strus is where he makes a living, sneaking out of the screens and popping out to the three-point line. Nice job there, good execution. But again, the defensive stuff is what I'm most concerned about. Hunter stepping up from three. I'm take a look at my notes here. I got some more for you guys. So the next one I got here coming up, going back to that pace for the Pacers. Nice job here. I see get in the paint. Get in the paint. I like that. So my next one I got here. Let's take a look. And again, you can see the pace. This is 5 seconds left on the shot clock. So the Pacers do a really good job of off-ball screens on the Cavs yesterday. They did a great job getting the switches they wanted, putting guys in a blender. Now the Cavs here, they don't switch this one, right? Merrill's going to fight through the screen, and he's going to stay on Siakam. He's down here. He's the communicator here is Allen. He's the one that's dropped back. He can see everything. Sam Merrill, again, not in defensive stance. The guy he's guarding is behind him. And they set a back screen. He flares out, or Pascal sets a screen. Was his Nembhard here, flares out to the three-point line. And Sam Merrill, look at him. I mean, he's like, once you see his right foot right there. See how open that is? He's already out of position. He's not in defensive stance. His weight, his balance. And look when he gets out there, he looks like he's he was just like, oh shit, I got to guard this guy. And this guy, he sees it. He gets busy and gets right to it. And bam, step. Oh, nasty crossover. That's not a good. But again, it's because it's just simple fundamental basketball. Like this here, I like that he actually fought through the screen. Allen calls out. You can see Allen, his mouth's open. He's calling out the flare. But it's like, you're not in defensive stance. But again, when you don't practice and you try to talk about we need rest and all this, this is what happens. I mean, what's he guarding? You already got a body on Halliburton. He's not in position. Look at this. His ass is towards his defender. That's a no-no in basketball. And he gets he's just, oh man, put him in a blender. Bam. Damn. I just, yeah. Now, again, nice. I like when the Cavs were attacking, they were scoring buckets. And I'll get into that later on in the fourth quarter. They stopped attacking and started trying to jack up a bunch of threes late in the quarter, and it all went south. And so here we go here. Okay. So, again, back to communication. I don't understand what is Mobley doing here. This is bad communication. Why are two guys guarding one? And it leaves him wide open. And if you look at Donovan Mitchell, what the hell is Mitchell doing? So, again, here we go right here. The Cavs get back. Mitchell's not guarding anybody. Are we in a zone? Are we in a 3-2 zone? I mean, did we go to 3-2? I don't know, but wherever, and now Mitchell's telling Hunter, get them out there. But I don't, again, the communication, we look lost. Like, what do we do? We got two guys in the paint, and he's already out there setting a screen with nobody on him. If Mobley gets out there, I don't know what Mitchell's doing. He's guarding nobody. If Mobley just gets out there, it's just like right here, Mobley should have stayed with Turner. He's getting over the screen. We got Allen right there taking away the direct line. Which gives Merrill time to recover. Right? And if you are running a 3-2 zone, why do we have both of our bigs out here? I don't know. I don't think they're even running a 3-2. It looked like a team that just got back and just maybe they gave up an offensive. I don't know what happened, but the Cavs' communication defensively, when they try to recover defensively and try to match up, they get taken advantage of, and they did yesterday a lot. Like, and this is a mismatch. I mean, that's a 7-footer shooting over a 6'2" guy. Again, bad communication, bad execution. I just don't understand this play. And he sold us a lot. You've seen a lot of the plays I've shown so far. It's like, what the hell are we doing communication-wise? Why are we matched up the way we are? I just don't get it. It looked like they were in a 3-2, but then you watch it, you're like, no, I think they just got caught in man-to-man and just didn't match up properly. I don't get it. I don't get it. And they keep playing like they're playing. Again, and nothing really you could do about that. I mean, you are taught to look in your rearview mirror, though. But it happens. Whatever. And so, but again, I got more notes for you guys. I'm looking at my notes for the second half here. I got a lot of defensive ones still. Strus hits the three. I don't mind that shot. It looks good because he made it. But at times, you look, the Pacers got back on defense. They're matched up. And not only are they matched up, they're matched up properly. They got the guys they want. They got the bigs on the bigs. They got the guards, the matchup how they want them. And I know Strus made this three here, but I feel like the Cavs can live and die by this shot too much, right? And so let's take a look here. I don't mind the shot because he made it, but at times that could be a little too much, when they sit there trying to jack up that shot a lot. I like getting the ball more in the paint like that. Nice job there attacking this. And when they went on this run, that's a hell of a dunk there. When the Cavs went on this run in this third quarter, they were attacking the basket. Mitchell was going downhill. Yeah, we're getting the big wide open shots. And I believe this is my next one. Yeah, right here. So let's take a look here at this one. Okay, let me turn off the volume. Sorry. So let's take a look at this one. Why are we switching? I don't get it. I get you want to switch it a lot of times, but you don't need to switch here. Just hold for a second and let Allen get back under the screen. You got two guys on one, and now Allen's got to get over there late with Tyrese Halliburton. Now Halliburton has a shot blocker on him, and he goes right past him. Boom. I don't understand why you need to switch there. I think the Cavs they over switch way too much, and they don't their rotations, their communications aren't there. That they get caught like this, like yesterday, like right here, wide open. There's two guys in the paint for them. We got three guys in the paint. That's bad communication. Easy three. So again, yeah, they shot the ball really well from three yesterday, but they shot it really well because we let them shoot it really well because we didn't contest the shots. They're NBA players. You sit out there and let them shoot like that all game. That's what's going to happen. He got away with the travel there. But now in the second half, Donovan played really well. Right? But you can start to see some of that shot selection start to go downhill a little bit. Right there, he's attacking, right? You've had a lot of success driving to the basket. This shot right here, I don't like this shot. I know he could step into a three and nail it, but you've had so much success hitting the basket. They switch. You got the big man on you. Hunter clears out here. Shoo, that's wide open. But we're going to sit, and he's being guarded right here. Like it's not like it wasn't a contested this shot wasn't not contested. It was contested. I don't understand why we're trying to force the three here. I get you're trying to tie the game, but take the matchup. Look at the scout report. You got the big guy on you. Once Hunter clears out, and he's going to space out to here, you got the lane wide open. Take it. This is where the Cavs shoot themselves out of the series at times, out of games, because they try to jack up a lot of threes. And look what he does here. So they get the offensive rebound, and watch what he does here instead. Drives. Nobody at the rim. You can't stop him when he does that. We don't need to jack up a lot of that right there. See, he hesitated, but he got to the rim. We'll take that. Mobley was unstoppable down in the paint. Should have got more touches, in my opinion. And again, that's my point offensively. Less of trying to force those threes. And how about we just post up Mobley more and get him more shots down in the block like we did. Go back to that first bucket at the beginning of the game I showed. Their first basket was Mobley on the block. And they didn't really go back to that a whole lot. And they couldn't guard him, though, when he did. When he did get the ball down there, like right here. He did whatever he wanted. Mobley. Good job there. You got the switch. Drive. Take the ball to the basket. I like that. Again, late rotation there. I'm not sure what happened here, but I think DeAndre Hunter kind of got caught here. Another defensive breakdown. So again, Hunter, this is the same thing that happened to Max Strus. Hunter gets a little too aggressive, gets too far into the paint. And Halliburton, man, that's what he does best. Setting guys up, getting them open. And he gets the ball there to him. Now, this is the problem right here. Do we really need to switch this? Right here. He didn't even touch you. He didn't even touch Ty Jerome. Fuck you, NBA.